What's that? I'm playing Donkey Kong Country, the game that I've played a million times before on stream, and now I'm doing it as a local recording? Is that what's happening? Oh, that's what's happening. I don't know what made me want to do this. I did see that Dashi had done a single-player playthrough of something, and I was like, you know what? That might be kind of fun. So, I have played this a million times on stream. I don't really stream anymore. So we're going to give this a shot. I don't know if I'm going to edit stuff down. I don't know. I just don't know. So let's just get this going. I am not going to be going for 100%. I will let you guys know that. If that's something that people want to see, maybe I will. But for right now, that is not what I want to do. Or, well, not what I'm... Yeah, I normally just do any percent. That's usually what I do when I play this game casually. This is one of the games where I have played it a million times and it never gets old. It just never gets old. This one and the second one. The third one, I play every now and then. To me, not as good as the first two, but it's not bad. It does have Kiddy Kong in it, though, and Kiddy Kong is a bunghole, and I can't stand him, but that's fine. And just in case you guys are wondering, Dixie Kong is the best Kong. No competition. So, I will be using some of the bonus rooms just to speed things up. That's just how I like to play the game. But yeah, this is going to be something different here. I'm trying to work on just doing whatever I want on the channel. You know, to some extent. I mean, if I randomly was like, you know what? I'm going to play tic-tac-toe. I don't know if I'd record that, but just trying to do different stuff, and a big thing is just trying to really push myself to continuously make content on stuff that I'm passionate about. So, a mix of randomly stuff that I want to do and just passion. So, now the part of talking for 40 minutes because oh boy, my voice. That's about how long this will take us. This is a game that I've played so many times that I barely have to pay attention. The way I've described it before, when I would stream it a lot, was this is kind of like, you know when people go for walks and they do it to kind of like free their mind and chat, so they can like chat or think with like a free mind or whatever, or like, you know that thing? I don't know how to word it. That's how I see this. This is like walking for me because I just don't really have to think about it, and that probably sounds really cocky and arrogant, but it's literally just the truth. I don't know what to say. I think the gameplay also kind of shows that too. I mean, I'm just kind of moving around, but man, is it still fun. And I honestly wonder if sometimes that's what messes me up with... Ooh. I say all that and then I get hit. I wonder if that's what messes me up with newer games. Where... I don't know why I just went for that. Where, I feel like I don't enjoy them as much as older games. But I wonder if that's just because I got so used to these games that that's also part of why it's fun. I don't know. Because I played this when I was a kid. So I got so used to it. I know all the... I know everything to do. But I feel like newer games, once I beat it, I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm done. I'm not going to do that again. Mario Odyssey was one of the few exceptions. Mario Odyssey, I was very, very into. I would like to do something with Mario Wonder, but I just don't know what. Let's see if I can get this. Yep. So what's funny about that is, it looks like it's super simple, like, oh, you just hold Y. But if you hold Y, you won't actually make that like that. You have to actually let go of Y and repress it at a certain time. We're gonna let Candy Kong just chill out. We don't need to save. I know everyone's wanted to say hello to Candy Kong, but easy enough. Gonna hope that the mic didn't pick that up. There's a trick there too with let going Y and repressing, but I don't fully know it. I just kind of guess, and sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't. I died. My flawless run! To be honest, I think I actually died because I usually don't get Winky. I just kind of autopiloted. There we go. Winky's Walkway. So something that people are always surprised with was, for as much as I've played this game, and for as much as I have it like just so down pat, I don't know like any of the level names, and that goes for like any game. I just never read it, and people would be like, "You don't know what this is or that is," and it's like, no, I don't, and if that makes me any less of a fan, so be it, because I think I know this game more than most. Not that that matters, it's just that, like, if you're gonna go down that road, it's like, oh, if I know the game this well, clearly I've played it a bunch. That's weird, that made no sound effect. Here I like to get Winky, because... The bees! Not the bees! Look at this. I still think it's crazy how... Alright. When you think about the size comparisons... So we're monkeys or gorillas or whatever Donkey Kong and... Diddy's a chimpanzee. Donkey Kong's a gorilla? Is that correct? I thought you said you were a big fan! So when you think about the size of the bees... Well, and then the fact that we were just riding on a frog, so the frog must be huge. And then the bees are so big that a frog... can jump on it and bounce, because the bees are so like meaty bees. And then in Donkey Kong Country 3, the bees had frickin' saw blades on their butts. Are you kidding me? What is this world coming to? Why is he going backwards? Does he even know? Did he even read the instructions? Check this out. Whoosh. Check this out. Check this out. All right. Well, close your eyes on that part. All right. Time to get oh wait, no. I was gonna say time to get naughty. That's the beavers. My bee. This thing kind of looks like a hand puppet. I never really realized that until this moment. I've been playing this game for over 20 years, and I just thought of that. That's actually over 20 years? Oh, dear. It's crazy because I have vivid memories playing this. Well, this is probably going to be a boring tangent, but, like, I don't know if it's that... No, I do have some direct memories. I just thought of one. But some of it is definitely because my mom used to record me playing when I was a kid. And some of it is from seeing that footage. It's like you think you remember that, but you're really remembering the footage kind of thing. I know, that's what everyone was so interested in. A random psychology lesson. That's what you came here for. I do like Donkey Kong Country 2 more than this one, but it's not by a crazy amount. I think Donkey Kong Country 2 nailed the perfect amount of bonus stuff. And I think the third one was getting towards where it was getting too much. Alright, let's see if I can get this. So there's a reason why I just did that. I didn't get it. I actually would like to show this off. So we're going to do that again. It's funny because I am playing this on the Switch, so I could just rewind, but the old school me in me, okay, my computer just did something wacky. Footage probably got messed up. That's lovely. But yeah, I don't know if it's the old school me and me. I just don't like using the rewind feature. I think I did that too late again. No, I got it. So right now I'm holding right, Y, and B. And we're just continuously gaining height. And then right here you let go of B. And so now I'm just holding right and Y. And so I believe the way it works is that when I was holding B, we were gaining height. And now we're falling now. And the way that works is it like... So when I got hit, Diddy Kong jumps off the wall. And for some reason that like stores it. It like stores that climb and then you can like continuously climb after. It's weird. Yeah, see? So if you hold B that whole time, it's gonna take you forever to fall down. So speedrunners got it to a point where it was timed out that when you let go at a certain time, you fall to at like the right time. This has to be one of my favorite levels because of espresso or espresso. Okay, so this is funny. The reason why I just messed that up is because I noticed in real life, I keep calling the coffee espresso because I thought it was called espresso. And I'm pretty sure it's because of this ostrich. But it comes out so fast, I don't think anyone really noticed, so I've never been corrected. Like, I don't think they realize I'm saying espresso. But now the entire world knows. This is being broadcasted around the world. I've been exposed. You know, ever since I talked about that size comparison thing, now, this ostrich must be huge, too. Level is so fun. It's just like perfect platforming fun. You know what? We're gonna do this the fun way. I used to do this as a kid. I don't do this anymore. Let's have some fun. You can just ride this. The pioneers used to ride this baby for miles. You can ride it all the way up to here. Run under these guys. I really, really, really hope that we get a new Donkey Kong game that mixes old with the new. That is what I want. The new Donkey Kong Country's Tropical Freeze, amazing. But, in my opinion, it still just wasn't all there, and I really feel like it's the worlds. They're just not... There's something about the art style and something about the enemies. They just... I don't know. They don't have, like, a lasting impression on me. And it's weird, too, because, like, some of these enemies, they're literally just animals, right? It's like a beaver. Or a bee. Well, the bees, they're pretty different. They're huge. But, like, some of it, it's just animals. And you could make the argument, well, Tropical Freeze, they had penguins. And it's like, there's just something about it. I don't know. They just don't, They just don't do it for me. I don't know. And K. Rool has to come back. Like, especially after Smash, it's gotta happen. But I'm not looking for, like, would I personally really like a more of like an OG new Donkey Kong Country? Sure. But I would settle for something new. Just please mix it with some of the old. That's all I want. Just some of the old. But I wonder if the art style had to do with, like... This went for, like, a... What would you call it? Like, a hyper-realistic type of thing? I don't know if that's what it'd be called. So I don't know if it was, like, when they brought it back, it's like, well, graphics have changed so much, we could make it way more realistic. Like, did we go with that approach? Like, I don't know. I forget what it was called. Maybe it's not hyper-realistic. It was like something to do with the rendering. I think. I don't know. Let's just play the video game, huh? Gorilla Glacier. I think in the VHS tape, they're like, this vulture's moving pretty slow. I wonder if there's a bonus. This is what happens when you fool around. This is why... See, just never fool around ever. Whoa! Whoa! I actually 100% forgot that those guys were there. All right, let's see if I can get this. Yeah. So something from watching speedruns, I noticed they'd pick up that barrel, and I believe jumping on the slope is what allows you to get the height, because I believe you won't get that height if you just hold the barrel and jump off the vulture. I think. I don't know. We're flying through this. Oh, something that I've pointed out before on stream, and I think I had made a video on it. No, I did make a video on it. I don't know if it's still up. If you look right here, totally looks like a face. And then, like, zoomed out, to me, it looks like something from, like, Majora's Mask or something. Except it does look like the mask has, like, a big schnoz. But, like, if you look at, like, the points around the side and stuff, I don't know. Kind of looks like something from Majora's Mask to me. This I learned from speedrunning as well, as I'm messing it up. What a cool level, though, aesthetically. Probably one of my, like, it's definitely lower on the list of, like, my favorite levels. I have not played it regularly almost ever. So I guess to give it a fair shake, I'd have to do that again, but from memory, I don't think it was ever really one of my favorites. Which is a shame, because aesthetically, it's amazing. So the fact that I just use the shortcut every time. You know, I think I actually love all... Well, maybe not all of them. No. I think in general... If now I'm messing it all. If Espresso is in the level, I like it way more. I guess I just really like Espresso. I think the platforming, it's just really satisfying because you can skip so much. It's just a lot of fun. Croctopus Chase. So something that I've brought up before. I don't know if it was a hardware limitation thing. Because when I brought this up, somebody did bring up, well, originally, he definitely had what I'm about to talk about. Teeth. I think Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong both look way better without teeth. And so, like, seeing them here, I feel like they'd look goofy if they had teeth. But somebody pointed out that the original Donkey Kong definitely had teeth. And when I was talking about it, well, a bubble just came out of my mouth. When I was talking about it before, I didn't even think of that. I just think he looks so goofy with teeth. And they, like, retract, too. Because sometimes he'll, like, have teeth, and then they'll go away. There's something in Mario Party Superstars where I believe when you're looking at, like, the book with, like, the characters, I'm pretty sure there's an animation where his teeth, like, literally, like, grow and then go away. It's like, alright, Wolverine. Teetherine. Also, if you do, like, a silent air burp while you're recording a video, are you supposed to say, excuse me? Like, does it matter? Like, don't we say excuse me because it's, like, gross? So it's like, if you were in the room, it'd be like, bro, like, you gonna say excuse me? But you guys aren't in the room, so it's like, does it even matter? Oh no, dead air. It's kind of crazy how much, like, it really is true. They always say, like, the more you do stuff, the better you get at it. I really am, like, so much more comfortable on camera. Like, when there's dead air, it just doesn't really bother me. I don't know. I mean, obviously, I have to think of something to say, because then it's like, all right, well, what are we watching? All right, check this out. So satisfying. Oh. This game definitely has the #1 sound effect. It's the best. It is the best sound effect in a game. I still wish that King K. Rool's Star KO in Smash Bros. Ultimate was him making that noise. I think that was a missed opportunity because, you know, they changed the sound effects, whatever, of how he sounded. That's fine. But I think for, like, one callback, it just would have worked so well. Hearing that echo as he just, like, becomes a tiny little dot, I think would have been hilarious. This level's a lot of fun, too, actually. I think any level where I can hold forward... what I was trying to get out was and execute perfectly. And then I get hit. I didn't even get a chance to, like, actually vocally jinx myself. My thought jinxed me. Oh, I also thought... Oh, hang on. We might die. Wait, I had to zoom into his butt. I've also felt that those look like faces, too. They look like alien heads. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. Maybe I could have saved it if I unpaused better. It's fine. It's totally fine. It's totally Kyle. Totally. So not only did I just date myself, but I died. Does anyone remember that from the Amanda Show? This one time, I, like, saw a spider, and I was like, whoa. And then the spider was like, whoa. I'm pretty sure that was one of them. We're beating the level with Diddy. Have I beaten any levels with Donkey Kong? I don't know if I have. Time to get extra naughty. I like how the beaver looks at the camera. course, I say that, and then that doesn't happen on that animation. Oil Drum Alley. This song is so good. You know, because every other song is trash. No, the soundtrack's amazing, but this song is really, really good. Whoops. I have no idea how that counted as me jumping on him. I think I was completely under him. Yeah, I messed up because I knew I didn't need the tire, and it was like, it was messing with me. But it's fine, because we get Ramby anyway. I would love to know how I found that out as a kid. Just go in that random pit. That's the one thing that I like, you know, you get older and you change and everything, but I feel like the one direct thing that I noticed that has changed from getting older is there definitely was way more of like a wonder and like possibilities are endless type of mentality, where like I remember as a kid, like even just in the hub world, it was like, man, like I wonder like if I could get over to this spot, like what would be there. And I remember like in the beginning of the game how it shows like the one Donkey Kong head before the first world. I remember always being like, man, like I wonder like if I could get back there and like see what's there, like if I could select it. But it's like now you just know. It's like, oh, like video games are you know, they're programmed, like there's just nothing programmed there. I don't know, as a kid, you know, you don't think that way. It's like I said, it's like the possibilities are endless kind of thing. Which I don't know if now, like with technology and like the internet and stuff, I don't know if kids now would already have like more of a grasp on like that's how it works. But I feel like when I was a kid, I didn't have that at all. It was just like, I don't know, that like sense of wonder, I guess. But I feel like it kind of ruins some of the newer games now, because it's like you kind of know. And like I said, I feel like that's like the one direct thing that I really noticed from then and now. And then also, too, when I was a kid, I used to replay games again and again and again. And that was just like the norm. Because there was no... I mean, I'm sure on some PC games, but like... for consoles, there wasn't really online play. It was just like, yeah, I mean, you play it again. So it's weird. You know, now I've been so spoiled with online play that a lot of times without it, it's just like, well, I guess I'm done. I beat it. Like Mario Wonder is that title for me. Like it does have online, but I don't know how much I'll really use it, if at all. I had turned it on once when I was playing, and I didn't like how it was gonna make it easier, so I turned it off. Oops. This is the one level where, like most of the levels I can just speed through. This is the one level that I've always had a hard time fully memorizing, and if I lose Unguard, it's so much worse. I actually forgot I was supposed to go to the right. That was weird. But yeah, Mario Wonder game is so good. So good. But I already 100%ed it, and like now I don't even know what to do. Where I feel like as a kid, I would have just played it again. Like it wouldn't even have been a question. It would have been like, no, I'll play it again. Like maybe I'll play it again and use no badges. Maybe I'll play it again and use just this badge. Maybe I'll play it again at like now. And I wonder if that's also too, like, I know prior to content creation, I feel like you know, like getting older and like realizing a lot of things and online play and the way games have changed and stuff, like all that stuff is still a factor. But I also wonder if content creation too, because one thing I've talked about this when I was streaming before, that I feel like, well, I don't know, actually, maybe this is something I just talked about with one of my friends, but regardless, one thing that I've noticed is that playthroughs in general aren't really enough anymore. Like, they're still there, and some people still do them, and like they're very successful. But I've noticed that now, in the past like 2 years, year and a half, mainly the content creation now is challenges. It's no longer just about like beating the game. It's like, okay, now we're gonna play the game, and I'm going to like try to get no coins, or try to use no badges, or like whatever it may be. And I'm not knocking it. Like, that stuff's cool. And even myself, I did Donkey Kong only deathless for this game, and I actually achieved it. And then I was working on doing Donkey Kong Country 2 Diddy only deathless, and I never ended up finishing that one. So like it is cool, but it's interesting that it really feels like in the content space, just doing a playthrough isn't really enough anymore. It's very interesting, which it's, you know, it's funny because like I'm literally doing a playthrough right now. But like that, you know, you can still do content the way you want just because, you know, stuff is trending or whatever. So like it's not like these are ever going to go away, but like in terms of popularity, it feels like the challenge thing is what people are going for more now. It's just something that I find interesting. I'm genuinely not knocking it. I'm not. I think it's super fun to watch, depending on the challenge. But it just kind of it sucks for some content creators though, because I feel like they definitely get kind of stuck because they're like, well, what do I actually do? Like they get big doing like one thing, and then if that goes away, like that's not popular anymore. It's so crazy how like they have to figure out like, okay, well, how do I change the formula and still do what I want to do? Which is why those who have followed my channel definitely know I have gone through that a lot. Changing content and just changing what I'm doing and just all sorts of things. And it's because like, it's tough sometimes because you want to keep doing it, but you also want to make sure you're doing something you want to do, but it has to be something that people want to watch, and sometimes you change, and that's what happened to me. I mean, a lot of people found me through Smash Bros, and I got to a point where I wasn't even really playing games much anymore. Like, I didn't really want to play video games much, and I was, like, just dipping out of it, and so it was weird to be in that spot, because I wanted to keep making content. So now, what I do is I'm trying to really just focus on making what I want to make and making stuff that I'm passionate about. So, and like, that's why this one falls in a weird spot, because like I said, I don't play games as much anymore, but like, this is something I just wanted to do it. Like, I don't know. There's something, I think what it is I find something very fun about recording like an episode. I think I find that more fun. Like, it's like, oh, if I play through this, like that's an episode. Like that's like that's cemented in there. And for some reason, I think streaming it didn't feel that way. I don't know why. And even when I watch content, it's interesting because a lot of content now is streams that are like cut up and edited. And sometimes I watch those and it's like totally fine. But then sometimes you find a video where it's locally recorded and it feels different. And it's like kind of nice. Let's crazy to think. I didn't mean to do that, by the way. I was not showing off. I somehow pressed Y on accident. It's interesting, though, to see how much content creation has changed over the years. I never use the tire here. I don't know if that's something that I, like... I think I just weirdly picked that up as a kid, and I just always did it that way. So it looks like I'm showing off by not using the tire, but I genuinely... Like, that's just how I do that part. Check this out. That, I believe, I learned from speedrunning. So I just had like a little air burp right now. Am I supposed to say excuse me? Am I supposed to cut that out? No, I'm probably not going to cut it out. What was I going to say? There was something I was going to say, and then I had the little air burp, and it messed everything up. Oh, on the topic of speedrunning. It's very interesting. Speedrunning this game was fun for me because I used to play it as like quick as I could anyway. So it was just fun. But it's very interesting because speedrunning sometimes ruins games for people, and I definitely started to see that because Mario Odyssey was a game where I loved it, I beat it, but it wasn't the same as this, where I just played this so much as a kid that when I learned how to speedrun it, it was more just like fine-tuning. It was like either like some sort of glitch I didn't know or stuff like that, and like maybe changing some stuff you do like in the route when you play. Mario Odyssey, though, I didn't have that. So Mario Odyssey, it was very much so like, oh, why would I go for any of this stuff if this is the fastest? And I could totally see how it can ruin a game for you, because now if I go to casually play it, I always just do the route that I remember doing from speedrunning. Because that's what I know now. So it's weird, because there's a streamer that I watched that's talked about that. That it can ruin a game for you. And I totally see it. Like it didn't ruin Odyssey for me. Like Odyssey's not like obsolete. Obsolete? Just because of the fact that, you know what's annoying that just happened is I have such a wide vocabulary, and then I mess something up like that, and then it's recorded, and then everyone is like, you know what? You know what? No one cares, but like, it's annoying that happens, like when, I record stuff. I also used to, so one word that I used to say wrong, and I literally just didn't know, is I used to say it doesn't resonate. And I guess I must have I used to say it so fast no one noticed I said it like that. And then finally on stream, someone corrected me. So I guess it's kind of funny that I just claimed I have a wide vocabulary when I messed up espresso. I messed up, told the story about resignate. It's definitely obsolete, right? Not offs. Yeah, no, it's obsolete. It's definitely obsolete. See, now I'm doubting myself. I think that's something that's changed too, is I feel like in the past I would have been more embarrassed by stuff like that, and I would have definitely cut it out. It's just life. We're just living life. What's gonna happen? Someone's gonna make fun of me? Okay. Easier said than done, right? Like, there's certain situations where, like, getting made fun of it's a lot harder to deal with, so, like, I'm not trying to minimize that, you know, like, sometimes it is tough, but, like, for simple little mistakes, just can't let it bother you. Life goes on. Although on the internet, 10 years from now. Remember that one video where you questioned if it could possibly be obsolete? It's so funny saying that now because that makes no sense. That's how I'll know if somebody watched, like, this whole video. Comment obsolete if you watched the whole thing. Also, I just realized I didn't check any of my mic levels. I didn't check anything. Hope it's all good. Because I've been recording for 41 minutes. This is another one of my favorite sound effects. Well, yeah, not one of my favorites. Just, I like it. This game just rules. Sound effects are great, the music's great, the levels are great, the platforming's great, the movement is great. The game is great. I don't know if someone out there knows that reference. There was a video I saw, probably like 15 years ago at this point. It was a kid who they were rating Grand Theft Auto, I think 4 at the time. I think it was 4. And the review literally was just, he just goes, "The game is great." And then he just started like dancing. And it's weird because this was OG YouTube. So this was when like you could get, like now a viral video is like millions. Back then it was not millions. So the space was a lot smaller. So like the kid was parodied. And I want to say he ended up deleting it because I tried to find it like years later and I could not find it. But I think I ended up finding the parody again at some point. Whoops. It's so weird too because like Dax Flame is a YouTuber I bring up sometimes, and he was huge. Oops, I forgot. Like he has a decent following still, but like back then like he was huge, and his numbers, like if you go and look at his videos, like I feel like people would think like he was. Like I think he has a couple that are in the millions, but like most aren't. But like the space was just so much smaller back then, so you didn't need to have as many views to be like huge back then. Wow. We're already at King K. Rool. Best sound effect. Look at how friggin' muscular he is, dude. When did his crown shrink, by the way? Like in Smash Ultimate, it was always like, oh, look, like he has like his dinky little crown. And then it was like, wait. When was his crown dinky? It's huge here. This song is amazing too. Man, if you grew up with the NES, it must have been absolutely insane to get a game like this. It must have been hard to believe that it'd get, like, better. Like, look at this. You have the island in the background. You have the water that's moving. The screen is bouncing because, like, the boat. Yay, we beat the game. Isn't that crazy? Wow. I'm not gonna... We all know this is fake. Although as a kid, I definitely had no idea because I couldn't read any of it. You know what else? I learned... I don't know if I should even say this. I learned that King K. Rool's name was a pun embarrassingly late. I never connected those dots. I think one day I was reading like a Wikipedia thing or something, and it was like, King K. Rool's name is a pun on King Cruel. I was like, what? And we are done. That's Donkey Kong Country. So, either I end up ending the video here and I say thank you guys for watching and take care, or I end up rambling as the credits go by. We will see what happens. So just in case, thank you for watching and take care. And with that, we will see if I end up rambling enough that it is worth still keeping this in the video. One thing that I do have on... I believe I still have it on the channel. I believe I do. I guess... I must. I'll check. But... I used to... So my mom would record when I would beat these games because I used to mimic these credits, like as the enemies would go by. So after this is done, I'll make sure that video is still up because there's no reason I should have that not up. I had made that originally. I think it was 1,000 subscriber special. I think. Yeah, I don't think I have enough to say. So yeah. This was fun. This was fun. We'll see how people jive with it. If it does decently well, maybe I'll do this more. I think if people really, really, really wanted it, I could do a 100% run. When I play this casually, I really prefer to just not do that. And that's where it's interesting how different people can be, because I've had people tell me, like, no, like, when I replay it, I always go for everything. And, like, for me, that has never been the case. Ever, ever, ever. I've always, like, I like to 100% it at least once, and then that's usually it. Sometimes I'll do it again just for the sake of it, but for the most part, I almost always just do, like, an any percent type of thing. Like, any percent all stages, pretty much. So like with Donkey Kong Country 2, it's weird because you kind of have to go for everything if you want to do all the levels. So sometimes I just choose to not do that. And then the third one, there's like a bunch of running around if you want to do like everything. I so badly want them to do something with the animal buddies for another Smash game. Whether it's like... I think having them as their own character would be a little much. I mean, I'd be down for it, but like, I think it would make sense to not have. But man, if they added Dixie Kong and then like her final Smash had something to do with the animal buddies, that'd be so cool. Like imagine like an animation where like her final smash, like a bunch of boxes drop and then like they all explode and then like all of the animal buddies like kind of like spring forward like towards the camera. That'd be so cool. Yeah, I think this wraps this up, guys. I'm gonna get going. Thank you guys for watching, and take care.